Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This video I'm going to talk about breathing. I do try and make these videos less than 10 minutes so that they're a bit easier to listen to. This one might tipple over that because it's quite a big subject, but I will try and keep it all narrowed down into little bullet points to hopefully keep the time as little as possible. So breathing, you're obsessed with your breathing, you've become aware of your breathing, it's wrong, it's not regulated, it's making you panicky, you're yawning a lot, you're gasping for breath, whatever the scenario isn't important, it's really not. And normally, generally, people will tell you, distract yourself. It's quite hard to distract yourself from your breathing. Possible, you know, you can go out in the garden and you might think, oh well, for that hour I didn't pay attention to my breathing and I felt okay. You might have, you might have. That's because of two reasons. You are okay. Your body is in a hypersensitive state. You are in panic response. Your adrenaline's been released and possibly quite still being released. And your body is in this hypersensitive state, which you become aware of things like your pulse, your heart beating fast, your checking your blood pressure, all that, whatever. It's not important. This is your breathing. So yeah, you can go and avoid it. You can distract yourself, keep yourself busy. That is generally what people advise. Now, the problem with that is it's like a safety behaviour. It's avoiding the situation, and it may make you feel better for an hour or two or three or possibly even the afternoon. The fact is, the problem is still there. You will become aware of your breathing again. It's guaranteed. And it'll catch you when you're least expecting it. When you're feeling all quite nice and relaxed, watching a film at night, suddenly, poof, and that's it. You'll go into the stress response because you're on heightened alert all the time. Our chemicals are all a bit mixed up and you're on heightened alert all the time. Your body's waiting for these things. So, what are you going to do about it? Well, the only way to conquer it, and the same with most things, to be honest, is the fact that you're aware of your breathing is brilliant. Okay, that's absolutely fantastic. You're probably wondering, why the hell is he saying that? Well, my breathing was all over the place. I literally thought I was going to stop breathing. I was gasping for breath and it would be fast, it would be erratic. It was just an absolute, my body was in such a wreck that my breathing was all over the place. And the only thing that helped it, and it wasn't easy, believe me, it wasn't easy. I used to lay awake at night and I used to lay behind my wife and I'd be watching her breathing and try and put my breathing to her breathing, because I thought, well, she's alive, so I'm going to breathe how she breathes. My breathing was all over the place. Now, you can do that. You can monitor it off somebody else. You can watch. I put a little thing on every now and again about the breathing. That's great. You can go to that. Brilliant. It'll calm you down short term. Breathing. The major thing with breathing is massive percentage of us aren't breathing correctly anyway. I'm not going to go into this. Look it up. But diaphragmatic breathing is the correct way to breathe, and it is the breathing technique that will cure the problem that you've got now. Not only will it cure the problem that you've got now, but it will calm down 90% of all anxiety related symptoms. It's very simple to check. Put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Breathe in through your nose. And I say often on the group, imagine you're blowing a balloon up inside your belly. When you inhale through your nose, the hand on your chest should not move. The hand on your belly should. Now, at this point, there's probably a huge percentage of you that think, oh, bloody hell, your chest is breathing. Don't worry, it's fine. Like I've said, a massive percentage of you will be. Diaphragmatic breathing, the correct way to breathe. Google it. I don't normally say Google, but in this, you're not Googling symptoms or anything, you're Googling this. I'll put a link on anyway on the group. So yeah, just follow that group, follow that link actually. Don't Google, follow that link. I'll put a link on. So yeah, hand on chest, hand on stomach, sit nice and comfy, lay down if it's better. I used to find this better laying down. And when you inhale, your belly should blow up, like you've blown a big balloon up inside your belly. I'm not going to show you my belly because it looks like it's got a big balloon in there at the best of times. When you exhale, the balloon deflates. Learn this breathing. This is the key. Once you can master belly breathing, you will be calming your nervous system down naturally. The next thing is the amount. How much should we breathe? Well, I'm no doctor. I think the correct sort of time is like 8 to 12 breaths per minute. I think it's somewhere around there. So, you know, inhale 4, exhale 4, inhale 5, exhale 5. I used to find it very, 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 very difficult to inhale and count and exhale and count. I couldn't do it. I just used to struggle. If you find it easy, do it. If you don't, you may find this easier. I used to say things to myself. So I'd breathe in and say, I'm breathing in nice and calm, or I'm breathing in, I'm going to be calm, or, you know, whatever you choose. I can't remember really what I used to exactly say. It's funny that actually, because normally I can, but I just can't. But yeah, I'm breathing in calm, I'm exhaling anxiety, or whatever you choose to say. Basically, it's knowing that you're breathing in and knowing that you're exhaling, and because you know, as you inhale, you're saying this, so that's your length. Now they should be pretty equal. So I'm breathing in to be nice and calm. I'm breathing out to release my anxiety. They're pretty similar and they're going to do you okay. If you're in an extremely anxious state, if your body is like mine was, just panicking all the time, the exhale wants to be twice as long as the inhale. Now, the easy way to do that is whatever you choose to say, make sure that whatever you choose to say is roughly 4 to 5 seconds. So I'm breathing in to be nice and calm. So on your exhale, you would say, I'm breathing out to get rid of my anxiety, or I'm breathing out all my anxiety. Say it twice. So you know then that you've breathed in and you've breathed out, and you're slowing the exhale down. Now, when I was taught this, don't worry, you can't go wrong with this. When I was taught this, one of my questions was, well, what if I'm doing that and I'm not actually in an anxious state? If you're inhaling and then exhaling twice as much, and you do it while you're calm, you will feel, I won't say you're not going to pass out or anything, but you'll feel a bit like, you know, not even lightheaded. But so if you start feeling that, then go to leveling your breath up, and in and exhale should be very much the same. But yeah, so if you're extremely anxious, make your exhale twice as long as your inhale. If you're okay and you're just anxious and you just want to get this sorted out, whatever you pick to choose to say, but the more you can, honestly, being aware of the breath is a good thing. I promise you, it's a good thing, because throughout all the anxiety journey and everything, if you can, I always say, you've got to cure this, to really go through life anxiety free, you've got to be aware. You've got to pay attention. Now, the breath is a fantastic tool to pay attention to, because it's there with us all the time. It's with us. in any situation. So as you're going through a stressful event, I can remember I suffered my breakdown, so to speak, was in 2012 after I suffered a head injury. I'd suffered way before that, but unknown really. I'm not crazy. I used to tell myself all sorts, but anyway, that's beside the by. But in 2013 was my recovery, which is when the group was formed, about June, July 2013. But this was my recovery time. This was me. I'd gone through CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. I'd also done mindfulness. Now, mindfulness, I've done a video on mindfulness. It's not a therapy, it's a way of life. And mindfulness is very much linked to paying attention in the present moment. And it's a kind of meditation, because meditation again is paying attention, being present, and that's what it's all about. Now, something that you always have is your breath, and something that it teaches you is to focus on your breath. Now, once you've become not an anxious state, you won't need to control the timing of your breath, because your brain will be doing that naturally. Okay, at the moment it's not, because everything's gone a little bit mixed up. You know, like if you've got a bunch of wires and they're all like that, they've been put together wrong at the moment, but don't worry, they can be sorted out again. So when you get to that point, like now, I don't really pay attention to how long I'm breathing, but, and this is where I'm going, just 1 second. This is where I'm going. If you're dealt with an extremely stressful situation, like in 2013 was my recovery, in 2013, December the 30th, 2013, sadly my dad died. And people at that time were scared that I was going to go backwards in my recovery and everything. What I guess for me, what I guess for me got me through that was my breath. I've just had a trigger here, and I've just had a thought, and I think I'm going to go into something a bit deeper, but not in this video, because we're like nearly 13 minutes now. So I'm just going to tell you very quickly, my dad died, and we went through all the rigmarole and the funeral. Now the funeral, obviously, they can be a very, very emotional, triggering thing for a lot of people. And throughout the funeral, I was there with my breath, just breathing and paying attention to my breath, and I kept in a great state, a calm state, you know, considering the circumstances, and felt very much in control of my emotions and my awareness and everything around me. The breath is so powerful that you need to be able to be aware of it. You need to be able to check into it. It's what will get you through your toughest times. But for now, don't be worried that you're focusing on your breath. Learn how to breathe correctly, okay? Diaphragmatic breathing. And then with that, get the timing right. So I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in calm, I'm breathing out anxiety. Whatever you choose to say, just get the calming right and focus on it. It may be tricky at first, but after a day or two, you'll notice how this really changes your life, really changes your anxiety and its symptoms. So I hope this has helped. It's gone on 14 minutes this, so I do apologise for that. But if you suffer with any sort of breathing obsession, I'm sure this will have helped. If it hasn't, write to me. If you want anything explaining more than I have in this video, because I do chunter along a little bit, let me know. I can help you with this, and I promise you it will make a difference. So yeah, hundreds of people will say go and distract yourself and everything. don't distract yourself, because all you're doing is prolonging this anxiety. And the way to do it, and what we're here to do, is beat the anxiety. We don't want anxiety, so don't go and distract yourself from it. Beat it. All right, good luck. You're going to do this. See you next time. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't seen any videos before, and I will put them all on the group anyway. So yeah, good luck, be kind to yourself. Bye.